So, hello and welcome back to another week with Sorka and crew with our Pern Legacy Challenge thingy, whatever you want to call it. Um, I think this is going to be just a fairly straightforward episode. We're going to work on everybody's skills. We're going to see how close we can get them to their aspirations being done. Um, that is my criteria for aging up anybody. And then maybe at the end of this episode, because I think we're going to be able to get Iantine aged up into a teenager. Jemmy is already a teenager. And then we have to decide which one of these two is actually going to be our heir. So I think what we're going to do is probably do a random number generator, or I'll flip a coin or something, and we will decide which one will carry this legacy on forward, probably at the end of this episode. So let's just go ahead and jump back into it. Alright, we are back in the game. As you can see, I think I left everybody with fairly good needs and going to sleep. I'm kind of proud of myself for that one. Not gonna lie, I'm always afraid I'm going to leave them with absolutely terrible needs. Up, let me also move myself out of the way so we can see everybody that we are looking at. Alright, that's a little bit better, and it looks like Sean has woken up and he desperately needs to pee. Well, you know what, Sean? You can just go ahead and use the toilet all by yourself. What else is he gonna need once he's done with that? Actually, you know what? He's gonna be pretty much just fine. What is his aspiration? He needs to weed and or water plants 10 times. Well, maybe, although it's still just 4 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know that any of these plants need anything done to them. So I guess, Sean, why don't... Actually, you know what, Sean? Why don't you work on... let's see, don't take up room there. But you know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade that stove. That sounds like something he can do before breakfast. Sorka is still gotta work on that training thing. Not sure when she's gonna get around to that. Jemmy is desperately in need of the toilet. Then he is also in need of food and a shower. Other than that, he's doing pretty good. Hopefully he has time to do all of that before he has to go off to school. We shall see. But if not, he will. Actually, you know what? We're going to cut the food thing out. If he has time, he can go ahead and do the eating thing at school if he has to. And my cat is trying to get up behind the computer because cats are ridiculous. Alright. Also, how are you doing, Iantine? You are feeling inspired. What will that do? You know what? Why don't you go ahead and draw a vehicle? That seems like a great idea. It will help level up your creativity skill and all of those other exciting things. He wasn't too hungry or anything, so he can just do his thing. Iantine, how are you doing here? Yes, we know you're starving, but you know, once you are done in the shower, you can go ahead and get some leftovers. I'm thinking I probably made sure, yes, everybody's homework is done, but I better double check that. Yes, indeed it is. Sorka, good morning. She's going to go and research a plant. Well, you know, whatever makes you happy there, dear. It looks like all of the family is doing pretty good. We'll speed this up a little bit. I need to learn to play on double speed a lot more often. It's just really hard because I like to micromanage my Sims. Sorka, I really don't need you. Oh, Ferrant aged up. Oh no, Ferrant is now a elderly dog. Dragon. That's sad. Okay, well, you know what? Since Ferrant has aged up, maybe let's feel the love. Maybe scratch her favorite spot. Let's just spend a little bit of time with Ferrant. And, you know, maybe we will even go ahead and take her on a short walk. That seems like a good idea. While everybody else is doing their thing, Jemmy could use a little bit of fun. Jemmy, why don't you... Actually, you know what? Why don't you just do whatever it is you would like to do? Iantine, I need you to fill these pet bowls. Definitely. And Sean, it is now 7:30. I don't know if you actually have work today, but why don't you spray for bugs and check on all of these plants? Aha, a balanced meal. Someone said eating dirt was okay, but someone else said eating dirt will make you die. Is dirt healthy? Iantine would like to know. You know, I think eating dirt is just a terrible idea. Thanks for the advice. Sorka gave Iantine advice, and it has increased his manners but decreased his emotional control. Oh, you know, it is what it is. How much time do we... We do not really have any time before school, so we are just going to leave our boys to do whatever they want, and what Iantine would like to do is make a mess all over the ground. Good job, son. Don't you have to go to school? Yes, he is off to school. Jemmy is off to school. Ian is off to school. Sorka's on a walk. And Sean is doing his thing here.
Spino? Yeah, Fruz.
You know what? Why don't we tell our kids to study hard? Definitely. Ah! Sorka, quickly, get home. Let's tell Duke maybe not to... Oh, come on. There we go. Lecture about playing in trash. We finally have our possibility of getting rid of another bad behavior. Quickly, quickly! Before Duke is, you know, done making his mess. Yeah, Sorka, there we go. We are gonna lecture. Like, do not make a mess. Did that work? Good question. Sean's gonna clean up the mess. Sorka, unleash your dog. And let's see here. Where did Duke go? Good question. Well, you know what? Let's give some special smooches. Let's see what Jenny's phone is ringing about. Ah, Brent says, congratulations on your recent birthday. Sean, I'm taking it you don't actually have... You have work tomorrow. Alright, well... You know what? Stop playing in the water. And maybe we can plant something so we can work on that aspiration a little bit more. What can we plant here? Well, let's open this summer seed packet and see what we got. Not a whole heck of a lot. Well, you know what? Let's plant a plantain tree. That should work. Go ahead and plant that. Sorka, where is Duke? Why don't you call... Oh, no, not you, Sean. Sorka, why don't you call Duke? And maybe we'll take Duke out for a... Oh, feel the love. See what else we can do. Looks like... Go for a jog with Duke. Sean, did you actually water those plants, or did
Fuji
you just...
Peachy?
Let's water all these plants. Sorka needs to train out one more misbehavior, but Duke is being incredibly good. Sorka is fitness level 4. That is awesome. Alright, well, I will come back to this when the boys get home from school. Alright, our boys are back from school. Huzzah! They are not doing amazingly. It looks like they are both pretty tense from school, but it is the weekend. Jemmy needs to get an A eventually, but we will work on that this weekend. And Ian has a C in school. He definitely needs to work on his schoolwork a little bit more, but you know what? I think perhaps they can do a little bit of relaxation and possibly work on their skills a little bit more. Iantine for school needs to get one skill up to level 2 and get his homework done. Jemmy for school gets just needs to do his homework. He is actually doing fantastic. Nobody brought home any school projects, I see. I don't think anyway. Nope, no school projects this weekend. That is actually fine. And for their thing, well, you know what? I think we are going to have Ian go ahead and play with a toy. I think maybe Bleep the robot. And Jemmy, you are extremely tense. What about your skills? You do need to read 3 books. You know what? Maybe let's go ahead and possibly read skill books he could read. We do not. Well, let's read Cooking Volume 1. That could be enjoyable, right? I find cooking or reading enjoyable. So let's give that a try and see if maybe he doesn't hate reading. With any luck, being a genius, he is into it. Sorka, how are you going? Seem to be doing just fine. And Sean is also doing just fine. Actually, Sean built us a bathtub while I was just playing off camera. And so, you know what? We might just go ahead and go into build mode and let him place a new bathtub for bathing the dog. It should be a little bit better. Let's see how he did. Actually, that's kind of nice. You know, just a nice wooden bathtub. We're going to put it out back here. Nice family heirloom. We also have another planter and some sprinklers. That's kind of cool. I don't think we're ready to actually have these sprinklers be installed because Sean still does need to water plants for his aspiration. But we're going to go ahead and put these plants into this planter. Move it right on over there. Maybe even move plants over back a little bit so that they're all in a nice block. Put all the trees in the back. Put all these planters kind of so they're lined up. You can definitely see the difference between the ones that Sean made us and the one that we actually purchased. Not too bad though. Alright, that looks like about it. You know what, Sean? What else can you make us? I bet you can make some awesome things now that you are all hanging wall mirrors. You know what? Actually, let's just have him make some more planters. Jemmy, how are you going? You still need fun. Obviously, reading is not fun for Mr. Jemmy. And Iantine, did you actually play with that toy? Or, yes, you did. Well, you know what? Let's play with another toy. Let's play with the purple action figure. Farronth, how are you going? You know what, Sorka? Why don't you maybe feel the love from your pet? Then we'll let you go to the restroom. And you know what? Let's go ahead and give a bath to Ferret. Alright. Well, I think what I'm going to do, again, is just play off camera a little bit so that you guys aren't completely bored by the minutia of life, and if anything exciting happens, I'll be sure and turn the camera back on. Alright, it looks like Iantine is probably about to hit his artistic prodigy milestone. He's been doing a little bit of playing, which is definitely boosting his creativity. Jemmy, I went ahead and let him go over to the computer and play some video games because he was still feeling tense. Obviously, reading is not all that exciting for him. But you know what? We'll go ahead and it looks like now maybe, yeah, his fun is much better than it was. So we're gonna let him use the restroom and hopefully he can finish reading Cooking Volume 1. And then maybe get his homework done. Oh, he also has Charisma Volume 1 that he needs to go ahead and read. I think what we're gonna have them do. And Iantine, did you actually do your thing? You did! We're gonna need to buy him an instrument. He needs to draw all 5 of the picture types on the activity table and get up to a level 10 in creativity. That is pretty awesome. Jemmy, how are you doing as far as your needs? Actually, you're doing really good. So you can just go ahead and read for a little while. And it's only 6, so once you're done reading, let's go ahead and do your homework. Iantine is doing pretty good. I think we're going to let him do his homework before bedtime. Sorka and Sean are both doing fantastic. Sean, I went ahead and put out new planter. Let's go ahead and have him plant those. Good job. Jemmy has leveled up to level 2 on cooking just by reading his skill books. That is pretty dang awesome. Sorka, how are you going? You are actually doing fine. You know what? You can maybe encourage Ian to continue doing his homework. They're going to encourage doing homework. Give her a little bit of parenting. She also has something yellow. Oh, she cleaned up pet poop and she's very upset about it. Oh, looks like maybe Farronth would like to play fetch. So let's play fetch with Farronth. Managing multiple Sims is such an exciting time. Alright, Sean, why don't you water all of those plants? And I guess you can probably go to bed since you have work in the morning. I love how Sorka is just, you know, standing out there like, I am going to play fetch right in front of every bit of this door. Hopefully she isn't going to throw the ball into the house. Alright, Ian's homework is done. It's only 8 p.m., so you know what? Do you have extra credit? You do not have extra credit. Well, let's go ahead and put that drawing in our inventory. And then maybe we will play a little bit more. Or not play, but draw. What has he got to do here? He needs to draw all 5 of the picture types. Well, we will start with vehicle. He can draw the Yokohama, the spaceship that brought them to Pern. Sean has watered everything. We only need to water plants 4 more times. Sean's like, I am done, I'm going to bed. Jemmy, how are you doing? You're almost done with your homework. Needs-wise, he is actually doing fantastic. I am betting he's going to have some extra credit to do. Ian, you know what? Once you are done with your drawing, Let's go ahead
Swarspa,
and clean that
Miku.
up. And then we'll let him do whatever he would like to do until he gets sleepy. Actually, he's already sleepy enough to go to bed after maybe taking a really quick shower.
Nobi.
We will let him
Huggy
shower
Rashu.
and go to bed. Level 6 on the creativity school. Great job.
Jongi, Jarb, Tombra, Algariz.
Sorka, I think we are done playing fetch because you were getting kind of hungry. Let's give some special smooches. And I think, you know what, we're just going to have leftovers tonight.
Nibor.
Everybody is actually doing pretty darn amazing. Now, Sean did sort of want to expand the family a little bit more, but Sorka hasn't wanted to, and they haven't done any interactions on their own, so we're just gonna let them do their thing. Jemmy?
Krez?
Jemmy, why don't you do your extra credit? Sorka. He can smell the pet poop that Sorka picked up hours ago. That's a little bit on the silly side. Oh, no, he can smell Duke. Duke is a stinky, stinky boy. Well, you know what? Maybe give Duke a bath. I want to make sure that we give Duke a bath over here. Alright, Duke gets a bath. Oh, yeah, you didn't have to interrupt your child. Rude. Anyway, it looks like everybody's doing pretty good, so we will rejoin them in the morning. Alright. Iantine and Sean are awake. Sean is crafting another planter because eventually he's going to have to do some grafting and splicing, so we're going to let him make a new planter for that. And he's got work in, get on the right sim here, 26 minutes, so we will let him deal with all of the garden when he gets home from work. Looks like Farron thinks that she's starving, so Iantine is going to cake. Great choice there, my son. But you know what? It is what it is. So Ian is eating his cake for breakfast because no one is awake to tell him no. Once he's done with that, I think we're going to have him fill all of the pet bowls. Sean should be heading off to work any minute here. Yep, off to work he goes. Sorka is awake. Pretty darn good. We're just going to let her do her thing. Jemmy stayed up late last night reading the book on cooking and seeing if maybe he can figure it all out. So we're going to have Iantine, once he is done with all of that and finished with his food, we're going to have him draw the next craft. He already drew a vehicle, so let's have him draw some shapes. After he is done with those dishes, maybe. Sorka still needs to train out another misbehavior, but we have to have one of our animals misbehave before she can manage to do that. So, you know what, Sorka? Why don't you maybe get a little bit of cooking out of it? Let's serve nice breakfast scramble, I think. Check her inventory. We haven't been breeding our frogs. Let's go ahead and breed a couple of frogs so we can sell one. Make a little bit of money. And she can go ahead and do that breakfast scramble. Let's check on Jemmy. Jemmy, I don't really think you need to have the purple action figure. But needs-wise, he's doing alright. He'll be up just in time for breakfast, I think. And then he needs to finish reading a couple more books. Well, I think he has a charisma book that he can work on. Yeah, once everybody is up, we will join them again when something interesting happens. Also, I do apologize if you hear the loud noises in the background. They are currently putting fiber in for our internet, and they're working on laying the lines out on the road, and my windows are open. So if you hear loud rumbling in the background, that is what you're hearing. Alright, about the only thing that's been happening so far is Jemmy has finished reading another book, and I went ahead and bought Iantine a little violin. He is going to make terrible noises for a while. Yeah, that's not all that great, sweetie, but good job anyway. He needs to play instruments for 5 hours, so... And I think the only other thing he needs to do is 2 more levels in creativity and 1 more picture type. Jemmy has acquired the mischief skill by trolling the forums. You know, that seems about right. How's he doing otherwise? He is getting his social up by trolling the forums. I guess that is one way to get up your social skills. I don't think that it's a good way to get up your social skills, but you know, hey. Guess it's making him happy, which is good. Well, looks like Sean is home from work and feeling pretty inspired. You know what? You have got some gardening to do, so let's water all these plants. Let's maybe go ahead and weed all these plants. Looks like one of them needs to be sprayed for bugs, so let's do some more gardening while you are gardening. Sorka went out for a jog. She would like to ask Sean about how his day went. We can probably do that while he is... Oh, wait. Jemmy says, I would like to adult now. I feel like I'm old enough that I should be allowed to go anywhere and do whatever I want. Can you treat me like an adult? Not until you've grown a bit more. Sorka has advised Jemmy, affecting his character values, he is more responsible but not as good at conflicts. Well, you know what? Well, she is done with that. Let's go ahead and ask him about his day, if I can find it on there. Banter with an old friend. Deep conversation. Is there not an ask about day? Tips. Hug lovingly. Guess she can't ask him about his day. Well, that's fine. You know what? Why don't you go ahead and... Oh, there it is. Ask about day. And Jemmy, well, you are doing so fantastic. Why don't you go ahead and just read another book? You know what? Actually, let's purchase another skill book for him. So what have we got here? Skill books. I think we have a computer type book. He can learn our handiness, herbalism, knitting. Have him read a logic book. That seems right up his alley, and since he is focused, that seems like something he should possibly read. Crisis Barn, Logic Volume 1. You know what? That seems like a fantastic idea. Sorka, are you not gonna go ask Sean about his day like I told you to? No, maybe just go kiss his cheek then. You're not going to be a person. And Iantine. You're actually feeling pretty good. You are 2 of your 5 hours. Nice. Not sure if this helps his creativity skill or just his music skill, but I think it's like, God, I can hear that through the walls. This is terrible. I don't want to hear it. Sorka is not listening to me yet again. How about you go right over there? Maybe? Possibly? It's 3 in the afternoon. Sean is doing his thing. Maybe we can ask about his day now? Or maybe we can't. There we go. Ask about his day. Give her a whim that she has. Make a new friend and enthuse about the outdoors. That's kind of just whatever. We'll just let them do their thing and see what they get up to while our boys are doing their thing. Oh, and we have a child coming to visit. Well, you know what? Ian, I think you've been practicing long enough. Why don't you go meet this little girl? Why don't you do a friendly introduction and then maybe invite her in? Have a little bit of friend time. Maybe Duke will even try to attack this little kid, and then Sorka can work on training. That would be good.
Oh, dang!
Jemmy has not finished reading 3 books yet, because he is just not listening to me.
Uh-huh.
So let's go ahead and... Come on, read your book, stop playing games. Kids, they don't listen to you even when they're in The Sims. Sorka's gonna read, Sean's doing his thing, and Ian is having a wonderful time. Well, maybe we can give her a drawing.
Moom for moi gromp. Zarda baloo. Moom for moi.
A friendly gift of a drawing and see if she likes it. And he is social level 3. That's awesome. Like, I'm gonna give you this drawing I made. What does she think? Like, it's a picture. That's nice. Okay, she liked it. That's awesome. And he wants to level up in the violin skill. Well, we'll have him do that here in a little bit. He is having fun playing with friends. So maybe describe your imaginary friend. Let's always be skill building. Jemmy is doing his thing. It looks like Sorka is reading and Sean is playing in the bathtub. Because he is the adult in this story. I think Sorka actually had to do a little bit of repairing, so let's go ahead and give those upgrade parts to Sean. See how he is doing on his skills. He's got to evolve some plants now. Well, you know what? We might be able to do that if we get some fertilizer. So, why don't you pick up that pet poop? Seems like a good thing. And we can at least fertilize one plant and try to get some evolution going. I don't think we have anything else that we can use for fertilizer yet. Or do we? Fertilize that with a pet poop. I mean, if our pets are going to be nice enough to give us fertilizer, Sean should definitely be using it. Yeah. Let's see. Jemmy, are you done? Awesome. He needs to achieve level 4 in 4 skills, and yeah, he's actually hit his teenage goals, so all of the rest of his goals are adult goals, so we're going to leave him right there, because I don't think he's still made a in school yet. So once he hits an A, he'll be able to age up into a young adult, but we're going to hold off at least until we know which of our kids is going to be our heir. So we're going to concentrate really hard on getting Iantine up to his, whatchamacallit, his aspiration. I'm really good. I can remember these things. So that is what we're going to do. Awesome! Sorka just successfully taught Duke not to attack little neighbor girls when they come over and visit. That is fantastic. So now she needs to play with some ghost pets, feel the love with 8 different pets, and be friends with a couple more cats and dogs. That is fantastic. Well, let's see here. I don't think we need to lecture Duke anymore, but I do think that we need to maybe... Actually, you know what? Let's get Let's get
Roy.
Jemmy, who is bored, to throw away that pet poop. And, what's he doing needs-wise? Actually not doing too bad needs-wise, so you know what? Let's go ahead and, no, Sorka, you are going to go and do some traveling. They actually changed a bunch of stuff on The Sims. I was a little bit worried that, that it was going to mess up my game, because I actually saw on Twitter that it's been messing up a lot of people's games, but it has done just fine. It is late at night, though, so Sorka is going to travel all by herself, and she is going to go to the pet graveyard and maybe be able to work on her aspiration a little bit more. So we're going to have her travel over there. We will meet her over there. Alright, we have Sorka at the spooky graveyard. She is jogging over, and hopefully we will be able to meet 2 different ghost pets and possibly even be friends with them. Maybe even feel the love. That would be good. We need to feel the love with 8 different animals. So we are just gonna hang out here and hope that some ghosts show up. So if any show up, we will rejoin her then. Alright, it looks like the ghosts are coming out. Sorka's a little bit tired, but you know what? Let's get her the friendliest of friendly introductions with this here ghost. What is this ghost? This is JD.
Heir, huh?
Look at that. Maybe pet JD. We are just acquaintances with him. We need to become... we need to play with 2 of them. Alright, well, let's play with JD a little bit. That is 1 ghost pet. Will I look around and see if there are any other ghosties in this graveyard? JD looks like he died, angry, perhaps. If it would actually listen to me, that would be awesome. Because, like, but I'm sleepy. Did ghost go back into the graveyard? No, the ghost fell asleep. And we'll look around and see if we see any other ghosties. Looks like this stray named Maggie is over here. Well, maybe we can pet that one. Maybe we can get to be friendly enough to possibly feel the love and be friends with that one while we are waiting for the ghost to wake up. See if maybe any other ghosts are gonna come around. Also, Sorka is feeling kind of sleepy. Let's see if we can maybe get rid of that. Instant sleep. Do we have an instant sleep? We do, and we can actually buy it. So, we have bought that. We just need to take the instant sleep. And we are now friends with Miss Maggie. That is fantastic. I think that other ghost was over here and sleeping, so let's see. Gotta hang out here at the graveyard and just kind of see if any other ghosts show up. Doesn't look like it. This is not being really good to me, Sims. Can we feel the love, maybe? Maybe we can pet that a little bit. Look around and see if there are any other ghosts in here. Sims, why you do this? I'm very, very rude. Where are we at?
Skangane Barovi.
Can we feel the love with this kitty yet? Give a big treat. Praise.
Skiba.
Oh, awesome.
Belush.
Maybe give her a little brush. How we are
Excellent.
doing friends.
Yibs. Vivazi.
Yeah, she's starving.
Yanibi.
She's not actually starving.
Zilnoy.
Not too worried about that. I am a little mad that none of these ghost animals have showed up. But if we can at least get Maggie here to be our friend, and a very good friend, maybe we can feel the love a little bit.
Ah,
Maybe.
Glenna Hosey.
No, we don't need to adopt.
Oh,
But maybe.
Illinois.
Can't feel the love just yet. Oh, let's give that kitty a hug. Let's just keep pestering this cat while we look around and see if there are any other ghosts. Oh, there's a dog to meet. Awesome. Let's do the friendliest introduction with Biscuit there. If all else fails, we can invite them over to our lot and work on our friendship once we meet a few more pets here. Poor Biscuit looks very old and very tired. This over here. Anybody? Doesn't look like there is anybody else around. Still, unfortunately. I don't know of any reliable way to make the ghost show up other than just kind of being here. And that. Can't feel the love yet, but you know what? That's alright. If we can't completely do what we need to do, at least get a couple more things done here. Oh, there we go. We found JD, so let's calm JD down and maybe play with the laser pointer a little bit, and that will get us a little bit better towards our aspiration here of friend to the animals. Just does not want to do any interactions with this ghost cat. Maybe we can at least play with him a little bit. That should calm him down.
Imbala. Ishroy.
Also, I have no idea what our Sims are doing, but I'm not really sure that they are doing anything like I told them to do. Oh, did that? Yeah. Play with 2 different ghost pets. Do we have any other ghost pets going around here? No. You know what we're gonna do? We are going to switch over to Sean, and then we'll just bring Sorka home here in a little bit so she can eat. But I need to put all these Sims to bed because I told them to care for themselves and they never listen. What's everybody doing though? Actually, it looks like they're doing pretty okay. Looks like maybe supposedly they all slept. Perhaps. So, you know what, Sean? We need you to go over here and weed. Go ahead and evolve that. Maybe, can we harvest everything? Doesn't look like we have anything to harvest at the moment. But we've got one of our evolutions done. Our boys are just having a good old time playing here. Let's bring Sorka home because she is feeling a little bit out of it. Sorka is... oh. What is wrong? She's cold. Alright, well, you know what? You can just go ahead and you warm up in the shower. Anyway, we're gonna work a little bit more on our skills. Hopefully we can get Iantine aged up into a teenager here soon. Alright, it looks like we have gotten Mr. Iantine to 2 more hours and he will be able to have his birthday and age up, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but we will find out. In the meantime, we're going to have Sorka make a cake just in case it is birthday cake time. So we're going to have her make a cake for our artistic prodigy. And it's just fall. Too bad we don't have a fall cake in The Sims. But I think Ian will either get a strawberry cake or possibly, do we have the blue cake? Yeah, we're going to make him a blue confetti cake. We're also going to try to make sure that nobody eats it. So as soon as she's done making it, we're gonna... Sean, why don't you go ahead and, yes, definitely go to work today. Yeah, let's harvest our green beans. In fact, you know what? Let's just harvest everything before work. That way we can maybe have some stuff to do fertilizer with when we get home from work.
Grow hispa, Yaloof.
Needs to go out here and for the next 2 hours practice his violin skills.
Hey, boy. Balsa.
And Jemmy, how are you doing?
Dubma.
Just need to become an adult.
Yo-yim.
You know what?
Yo-yim Galan.
We're gonna have him go ahead and start a part-time job, I think. Shopping. Let's go ahead and have him pick up a part-time job. He can get to level 3 of that before becoming an adult, hopefully. He also needs to skill up a couple more skills, but you know what? Let's see, fast food would be evenings, barista. You could do a before school job. I think we're gonna go ahead and let him become a barista. He will start Monday at 5 a.m. You have to remember that he has school to start at 5 in the morning. We will give a look at his... we need to get up to level 4 and a couple more skills. But you know what?
Yaba. Famous Barambo. Gillan.
You know what?
Roy Hobe. Forbanaska Lieb.
What's his mischief at? Level 2? Let's go ahead and troll the forums a little bit more. Or, no, actually, you know what? We're gonna have him maybe write a children's book. Bring in a little bit of money on that. Sorka, we need you to add some birthday candles to that cake so nobody eats it. We're gonna never eat your turtle. You know what? That seems like a good title. Never Eat Your Turtle. That is a fantastic kids book. Iantine, how are you doing on of this? You are about to pee yourself, but one more hour. Come on. One more hour, push through. As soon as you do that, you will be able to use the restroom, and we will see if it is birthday time. Once we have a birthday, once we have 2 teenagers, we will decide who our heir is going to be in this challenge. Not that that means that Sorka and Sean aren't going to keep working on their aspirations. We're not going to move anybody out because that is one of the legacy rules that we have to stay on this lot forever. So we are done with all of our challenges. Jemmy has reached level 2 in writing. We have reached level 3 in violin. We've almost done. Alright, aspiration is completed. He has made it all the way. That is fantastic. As soon as he goes to the bathroom and maybe fills all these pet bowls. And I think we're going to wait until Sean gets home from work before we have this here birthday party. So, in fact, you know what? I think we are going to put this cake into the refrigerator and wait for Dad to get home. So we will rejoin them when it is time to age up. Alright, it looks like Sean is home from work and been promoted. I think we are going to let him be a botanist, the scientific side of plants. That will work. In the meantime, as soon as Jemmy gets out of the shower, we are on Jemmy, we are going to let everybody celebrate a birthday. And for some reason, oh my god, the cake is gone. Where is the cake? Did it maybe... Alright, hang on. Let me sort this out. Alright, I had to have Sorka make another cake because somebody, despite the birthday candles, ate the cake. So, Once Sorka gets some candles on this cake, we're gonna have everybody come here. Hopefully, if the Sims will actually listen to us. So Sean, I need you to go here. Jemmy, let's bring you right there. He's having fun exercising and doing all sorts of craziness. Actually, right at the moment, he's taking a bubble bath. But you know what? That's alright. And Iantine, we are going to have you go right here and make a wish. Hopefully, everybody will gather around. He's done practicing his typing. Everybody is gathering. Jemmy is going to make a wish
So what to do?
and celebrate his birthday.
Tanova!
Everybody except Sean is here to celebrate. Well, whatever. You gotta love the Sims.
Yekla.
They are so good
Way
at just
bow.
wandering off and not listening to you.
Olga!
Awesome. Iantine has aged up. He is creative. His next trait should definitely be... Iantine from the books is very artistic, very much an art lover, which is probably what we're going to pick for him. See if there is anything else that maybe fits him. You know, honestly, I think we're just going to have him probably be an art lover. And his aspiration will definitely be painter extraordinaire.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and jump into Create a Sim really quick. And maybe change what his looks are like a little bit. And then we're going to pick our heir. So hopefully that will work out very, very well. We're not going to do too much.
Pippa moi
Yabia.
yabia.
Give him a nice messy hairdo. And some new clothes really quick. So, let's see here. I don't think he was going to be a glasses wearer like his brother. That is the other interesting thing. They did a base game update. We can now have body hair, so I might go ahead and add body hair to everybody. Just because I can. But, hairstyle. Something that's nice and maybe a little ponytail. Something that just screams artsy to me. That one looks a little bit, you know, not that he spends too much time on his looks, but something that just kind of artistic, kind of dreamy. I can't remember if he had longer hair in the books or not. So I'm gonna kind of let him do his thing. Oh, we also need to get to every day. I always forget to do that. Alright, well, I'm gonna work on him and then I will show you when I am done. Alright, we've got his looks done. I didn't do a whole heck of a lot, but there is his everyday, formal, athletic, sleepwear, party wear, in case he goes to a gather, his swimwear, his hot weather, which is close to the swimwear, and his cold weather, which is probably what we're going to see him in mostly because that is the season we're in. I also went ahead and gave him a little bit of leg hair. In fact, really quick, I'm going to go through and give Jemmy a little bit of leg hair because it's there and we can. We're not going to worry about making him too hairy. He's not a full-grown adult, but Sean, you know what? Since it's there, we're going to go ahead and a little bit of body hair. I'm excited to have it, so why not? We're going to give him a little bit of leg hair, a little bit of torso hair, and a bit... There we go. Now he looks a little bit more human. So that is where we're going to do that, and then I'm going to pull up a random number generator, and we are going to see who our next heir is going to be as they transition into adulthood going forward. we're just gonna nail down who's going to be our heir, and then that is where I'm gonna leave this very long episode. Sorry about that. All right, 1 is Jemmy, 2 is Iantine. Let's see who we end up with. And our heir going forward will be Mr. Jemmy. So we need to mark that down and make sure that he is the focus as soon as he hits young adulthood. But with all of that said and or done, let's just go ahead and save here. I hope you enjoyed this. Drop anything down in the comments down below about what you thought about the aging up process. What you think about Sims and the whole body hair and all of that. And I will see you next week when we try and finish off Sorka's Aspiration and maybe, just maybe, age Jemmy up into a young adult and get started on book number 2, which is the Dragon's Eye book. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest that you read it. Or if you want to listen to me read it to you, I do have that playlist. I will drop it somewhere. If not, you can just go to my playlist page and you can find out all about how Jemmy is supposed to be going forward. But until next week, have a wonderful, wonderful time.